The county fairground smelled of rust and desperation that Saturday morning. Behind a chain-link pen marked $1, last chance, a scarred Belgian Malinois sat motionless among yelping dogs. His amber eyes tracked every person who passed. No one stopped. What this 17-year-old girl discovered about the dog's past would expose a conspiracy that reached the highest levels of law enforcement and put both their lives in danger. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. Maya Chen moved through the world like a shadow. 3 years had passed since the accident. 3 years since the screech of metal and the smell of burning rubber stole everything she loved. Her parents, her childhood dog Pepper, her ability to trust that anything good could last. She was 17 now, a senior at Riverside High, but she felt ancient. Every morning followed the same pattern. Wake at 6, dress in dark colors, avoid eye contact in the hallway, eat lunch alone on the park bench behind the library where no one asked questions, work her shift at Morrison's bookstore, go home, repeat. Her grandmother Lily worried. Maya could see it in the way she watched from the kitchen doorway, dish towel twisted between frail hands. "You barely talk anymore, sweetie," Lily said one morning. Maya shrugged. Words felt heavy. "Unnecessary. You used to fill this house with noise," her grandmother continued softly. "That was before. Before the world proved it could take everything in a single moment." Saturday arrived with pale sunlight. Lily needed her prescription refilled. The pharmacy sat on the far edge of town near the fairground. Maya volunteered to walk. The October air was cool. She welcomed the sting against her cheeks. The route took her past Morrison's. Past the empty lot where she and Pepper used to play fetch. Past the intersection where the accident happened. She never looked at that corner anymore. The pharmacy line moved slowly. An elderly man argued about insurance. A mother juggled twin toddlers. Maya waited, hands in her jacket pockets, eyes on the floor. Outside again, prescription tucked in her bag, she heard it. A sound that cut through the distant carnival music and vendor shouts. A howl, low and haunting. Filled with something she recognized, grief. Her feet moved before her mind decided. Down the gravel path, past the livestock pavilion, toward the noise. The dog auction occupied a dusty corner lot. 40 or 50 people clustered around makeshift pens. Inside, dogs of every size and breed pressed against chain-link walls. German shepherds, Rottweilers, pit bulls. Most barked frantically, some cowered, all looked desperate. An auctioneer in a stained cowboy hat shouted prices. 50 for the shepherd, got good guard instincts, 60, 70. Maya stopped at the last pen, the one everyone avoided. The sign read, $1, last chance, police reject. Inside, a Belgian Malinois sat perfectly still. His tan and black coat was dull, ribs pressed against skin. Surgical scars traced his right side like railroad tracks. One ear had a torn edge. But his amber eyes held an intelligence that made Maya's breath catch. He wasn't looking at the crowd. He was looking directly at her. The auctioneer noticed her attention. "That one's aggressive, kid. Police department rejected him. Got a mean streak. Dollar takes him before county puts him down Monday." Around them, other dogs sold for $50, $70, $100. This one sat alone, unwanted. Maya's hands trembled. She couldn't take care of a dog. She could barely take care of herself. Grandmother's fixed income barely covered their bills. She'd used her last $20 on groceries yesterday. Her wallet held exactly $1. Her lunch money for Monday. She turned to leave. The Malinois made a sound. Not a bark, a whimper. Single and soft. Maya froze. That sound. She knew that sound. Pepper had made it once. The night of the accident. Trapped in the crushed backseat. Paw reaching through twisted metal. That exact whimper, the last sound before the paramedics pulled Maya away. Her vision blurred. Her chest tightened. Slowly, she turned back. The dog hadn't moved, but his eyes tracked her, waiting. Maya approached the pen. Her legs felt disconnected from her body. She knelt in the dirt. The metal was cold against her palms. Up close, the scars were worse. Puncture marks dotted his shoulders. A surgical incision ran along his left flank. Professional. Precise. Inside his torn ear, she glimpsed a faded tattoo. Numbers, barely visible. "You're done fighting too, aren't you?" she whispered. The dog extended one paw through the chain link. Slowly, deliberately. He didn't stand, didn't lunge. Gay. Just reached. Their eyes locked. 5 seconds of complete silence. The fairground noise faded. The crowd disappeared. Nothing existed except this moment. This connection. This recognition of shared pain. Maya's hand moved to her pocket. She pulled out the crumpled dollar bill. Her lunch money. The only money she had until next Friday's paycheck. She stood. Walked to the auctioneer. "I'll take him," she said. The man's eyebrows shot up. He laughed. A harsh, disbelieving sound. "Your funeral, kid. Sign here." The paperwork took 2 minutes. The auctioneer handed her a thin rope leash. "Good luck. You'll need it." Maya returned to the pen. A volunteer unlocked the gate. The Malinois stood. He was bigger than she'd realized. 70 pounds of muscle and bone. He walked calmly to her side, sat, waited. She clipped the leash. Her hands shook. They walked toward the exit. The dog maintained perfect heel position. No pulling, no resistance. His shoulder aligned exactly with her left leg. Behind them, voices murmured. "That dog was wild 2 minutes ago. Did you see that? He's like a different animal." The walk home took 30 minutes. At every crosswalk, the dog stopped before Maya did, sat automatically, waited for her signal to proceed. When she paused to catch her breath, he sat again. No command needed. This wasn't a reject. This wasn't an aggressive, untrainable animal. This was perfection, professional training. Military precision. Someone had thrown him away. Someone had labeled him worthless. Maya knew exactly how that felt. Grandmother Lily stood in the doorway when they arrived. Her eyes widened. "Maya, what?" "I know," Maya interrupted. "I'm sorry, I couldn't leave him." Lily looked at the dog. The dog looked back. Something unspoken passed between them. "He looks like he needs you," Lily said finally. "What's his name?" Maya realized she didn't know. The paperwork listed only a number. K9X714, nothing else. She looked down at the Malinois, at his dark coat, his amber eyes that seemed to hold shadows. "Raven," she said. "His name is Raven." The dog's tail moved. Once. A single acknowledgement. For the first time in 3 years, something in Maya's chest loosened. Just slightly. Just enough to let in a sliver of light. She didn't know it yet, but that single dollar had just purchased far more than a dog. It had purchased the truth. And the truth was coming for both of them. The first night, Raven slept beside Maya's bed. Not on it. Beside it. Positioned between the door and where she lay. Guard stance. Protection mode. Maya woke twice. Both times, amber eyes reflected the moonlight. Watching. Alert. By morning, exhaustion had carved deeper shadows under her eyes. But for the first time in 3 years, she hadn't dreamed of twisted metal and broken glass. Grandmother Lily made oatmeal. Raven sat in the kitchen doorway, completely still. He didn't beg, didn't whine, just observed with that unsettling intelligence. "He needs a bath," Lily said gently. "Poor thing looks like he hasn't been cared for in months." Maya filled the bathtub. Raven followed without hesitation, stepped in without coaxing, stood perfectly still as warm water soaked his coat. The dirt ran brown, then gray, then rust-colored. Old blood, Maya realized. Her stomach tightened. She worked shampoo through his fur carefully. That's when she found them. The scars she'd seen at the fairground were just the visible ones. Beneath the matted coat, dozens more marked his body. Puncture wounds on his shoulders, burn marks on his hindquarters. The surgical incision along his flank was at least 6 inches long. Professional stitching. Medical grade. Inside his torn ear, the tattoo was clearer now. Numbers and letters. K9X714. Below it, partially faded. Prop of RCPD. Riverside County Police Department. "Oh, buddy," Maya whispered. Her throat constricted. "Who did this to you? Who threw you away?" Raven turned his head, looked directly at her. Those amber eyes held something that made her chest ache. Recognition. Understanding. Shared pain. She rinsed him carefully, dried him with 3 towels. His coat, clean now, showed his true coloring, tan and black, classic Malinois pattern. Beneath the starvation, he was beautifully built. Powerful. Precise. That night, he slept in the same position. Guard stance. Protector mode. Maya slept through until morning. No nightmares, no waking in cold sweats. Day 2 brought the first impossibility. Maya's alarm was set for 6. At 5:59 and 30 seconds, Raven stood, walked to her bedside, placed his nose against her hand. 30 seconds later, the alarm blared. Coincidence, she thought. Day 3, same thing. 5:59:30, nose to hand. Alarm at 6. Day 4. Day 5. Day 6. Exactly 30 seconds before. For the alarm. Every single time. That's weird, right? Maya asked Lily over breakfast. Her grandmother smiled. Dogs have good internal clocks. 30-second accuracy? Lily had no answer. Day 7 brought the second impossibility. Maya was preparing Raven's food. The bag slipped. Before it hit the floor, Raven moved, caught it midair, set it down gently at her feet. The entire sequence took less than 2 seconds. His reflexes were inhuman. Day 9 changed everything. Lily was sorting her medications. 7 pill bottles lined the counter. She reached for the white one. Raven shot across the kitchen, knocked the bottle from her hand with his nose. Pills scattered across the floor. Raven, no, Maya shouted. But Lily had frozen. She stared at the pills, then at the bottle. That's the wrong one, she whispered. That's my nighttime medication. If I'd taken it now, with my blood pressure medicine, it could have. She didn't finish. Maya's hands shook. How did he know? Raven sat, calm, waiting. That afternoon, Maya's only friend, Jessie, came over. Jessie Martinez, computer genius, social outcast, the only person who'd bothered talking to Maya after the accident. So this is the dollar dog, Jessie said, crouching down. Hey buddy, you're a handsome guy, aren't you? Jessie reached out. Raven didn't move, didn't lean into the touch, didn't pull away. Just tolerated it. Like a soldier enduring inspection. He's like a robot, Jessie said, standing. Zero playfulness. I've never seen a dog so serious. He's been through something, Maya said quietly. Yeah, but what? Police reject doesn't explain this level of training. Look at his posture. Look at how he tracks movement. My cousin's a Marine. He says military working dogs move exactly like this. That night, Maya searched online. Police dog training. Military K9 units. The videos showed dogs attacking on command, detecting explosives, protecting handlers. Raven's movements matched perfectly. The precision, the control, the constant awareness. Day 12 brought the third impossibility. Maya was walking Raven past the corner store. A German shepherd behind a fence saw them. 90 pounds of territorial aggression. It charged the fence, barking, snarling, teeth bared. Raven stopped walking, turned his head, made eye contact with the shepherd. Didn't bark, didn't growl, just stared. The shepherd's barking cut off mid-sound. It backed away, whimpered, turned and retreated to the far corner of the yard. The store owner stood on the porch. Old Mr. Brennan, Vietnam veteran. He stared at Raven with an expression Maya couldn't read. Nan, he called out. That's a military working dog. I did 2 tours. I know the stance. I know the eyes. Where'd you get him? County auction, Maya said. Her voice felt small. Brennan's face darkened. That dog's trained to kill. I can see it in every line of his body. Someone's either very stupid or very corrupt to let him end up at an auction. The words followed Maya home. Trained to kill. Very corrupt. That evening, she examined Raven more carefully. The scars, the tattoo, microchip bump she'd felt under his skin during the bath. Every dog had a microchip. They contained owner information, medical history, registration. Lily, Maya called. Can we take Raven to the vet? I want to make sure he's healthy. Her grandmother emerged from the kitchen. That'll cost money, sweetie. I get paid Friday. Please, I need to know he's okay. Lily's expression softened. All right, I'll call Dr. Patterson, see if he can squeeze us in. The appointment was set for Monday afternoon, 2 days away. Maya tried to be patient, tried to ignore the growing certainty that Raven wasn't what he appeared to be. Sunday morning, Jessie came by again, this time with a laptop. I've been thinking about that tattoo you mentioned, the one in his ear. You said it had letters and numbers? K9X714, Maya confirmed. And prop of RCPD. Jesse's fingers flew across the keyboard. RCPD is Riverside County Police. But K9X, that's not a standard designation. Police dogs usually have simple names and badge numbers. This is different. Military, different. The screen filled with search results. Most were dead ends. Civilian police databases. Adoption registries. Nothing matched. Then Jesse tried something else. Dark web forums. Military surplus groups. Veteran networks. One result appeared. A single line from a cached government document. The page itself was gone. But the preview remained. Operation Nightfall. K9 Unit NICS. Status K. Jesse clicked. Error 404. Page not found. What's KIA? Maya asked. Killed in action, Jesse said quietly. Military term. Something happened. Something bad enough to scrub it from public record. Maya looked at Raven. He sat by the window. Watching the street. Always watching. Can you find more? She asked. I can try. But if this is federal, it's gonna be buried deep. Monday arrived. Dr. Patterson's clinic smelled of antiseptic and fear. 3 other dogs waited with their owners, a Labrador, a Beagle, a mixed-breed puppy. All 3 noticed Raven. All 3 went silent. The Beagle actually hid behind its owner's legs. Next, the receptionist called. The exam room was small, clinical. Dr. Patterson was 50-something. Kind eyes, gentle hands. He approached Raven slowly. Hey there, handsome. Let's take a look at you. Raven allowed the examination. Temperature, heart rate, teeth, pause. Patterson's expression grew increasingly puzzled. Muscle density is off the charts, he muttered. Bone structure is perfect. Canines are filed down. That's bite work training, police or military. He ran his hands along Raven's sides. Paused at the surgical scar. This is a professional incision. Excellent suturing. What was this for? I don't know, Maya admitted. I got him at an auction. Patterson's eyes sharpened. Let me scan his chip. He retrieved a scanner, held it over Raven's shoulder blade. The device beeped. Patterson's face went pale. Oh my God. What? Maya's heart hammered. Patterson turned the scanner toward her. The screen displayed K9X714 classified. Contact Federal Canine Recovery Program. Do not detain. Do not separate from handler. Below that, a phone number, and a single word in red, urgent. I've been a vet for 30 years, Patterson said slowly. I've never seen a chip coded like this. This is federal. This dog is federal property. Maya's hands went numb. What does that mean? It means someone very powerful is looking for him, and you need to make that call right now. Maya stared at the phone number on the scanner screen. Her fingers wouldn't move, couldn't move. Dr. Patterson wrote it down on a prescription pad, handed it to her with a look that said everything. Call them, today. These people don't issue classifications like this for no reason. The drive home blurred. Grandmother Lily asked questions Maya couldn't answer. Raven sat in the back seat, silent, watching through the window like he knew exactly what was coming. Inside the house, Maya collapsed onto the couch. The paper felt like fire in her pocket. She pulled it out, stared at the numbers. Federal Canine Recovery Program. What does it mean? Lily asked softly. It means he's not supposed to be here. It means someone's looking for him. Jesse arrived 20 minutes later. Maya had texted a single word. Emergency. He burst through the door with his laptop already open. Tell me everything. Maya explained. The microchip, the classification, the urgent warning. Jesse's face hardened. Don't call that number yet. Let me dig first. This is what I think it is. You need information before you make contact. His fingers attacked the keyboard. Search after search. Federal canine programs. Military working dogs. Police partnerships. Most databases were locked, encrypted, inaccessible. But Jesse had learned tricks. Dark web forums, veteran message boards, cached government pages that weren't supposed to exist anymore. An hour passed. Then 2. Maya paced. Raven followed her with his eyes, never moving from his position by the door. Got something, Jesse said finally. His voice was strange, tight. It's bad, Maya. Really bad. He turned the laptop. On screen, a news article, 8 months old. The headline read, Federal Building Bombing Thwarted. Anonymous Canine Unit Saves Hundreds. Maya read. Her hands trembled. A planned attack on the Riverside Federal Building. 200 employees inside. Bomb planted in the basement. A canine unit detected it. Handler tried to evacuate. Secondary device detonated during extraction. Handler Lieutenant Sarah Voss, killed instantly. Canine Nix, critically injured, died shielding Voss's body from shrapnel. The article mentioned Nix's litter. 8 puppies evacuated from the canine training facility that same night. 7 recovered safely. 1 never found, presumed dead in the chaos. Maya's vision swam. Raven. Has to be, Jessie whispered. Birth date matches, breed matches. He's Nix's son, the missing puppy. But how did he end up at a county auction? How did he go from federal custody to being sold for $1? Jessie scrolled down, found a comment thread, deleted, but archived. Someone claiming to be a canine handler wrote, "Something wrong with the Nightfall investigation. Dogs don't just vanish from federal transport. Someone took him." The comment had no replies. The user account no longer existed. "This wasn't an accident," Jessie said. "Someone stole him. Someone made him disappear. And now you have him." Maya looked at Raven. He stared back. In his amber eyes she saw it. The weight. The grief. The knowledge of what he'd lost. "I have to call," Maya said. "They need to know he's alive." She dialed. The phone rang 3 times. An automated system answered. Cold. Mechanical. Federal Canine Recovery Program. This line is monitored. All cases are under federal seal. Leave case number, location, and contact information. You will be contacted within 72 hours. Do not attempt further communication. The line went dead. Maya's stomach dropped. "That's it? That's their emergency response?" Jessie frowned. "That's not protocol. Real federal agencies have live operators for urgent cases. This is a dead drop. They're filtering calls. So what do I do?" "You wait, and you watch your back." That night, Maya couldn't sleep. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Raven was at his usual post. Door guard, protector. But every few minutes, his ears twitched, tracking sounds she couldn't hear. At 2:17 in the morning, he stood. Walked to the window. A low growl rumbled from his chest. The first real aggression Maya had witnessed. She got up, looked outside. A black SUV sat across the street. Tinted windows. No license plate visible. Engine running. Headlights off. It stayed for 3 hours, then disappeared just before dawn. Maya told Lily over breakfast. Her grandmother's face went pale. "Maybe we should return him. Maybe this is too dangerous." "Return him to who?" Maya's voice cracked. "He was thrown away, declared dead. Someone wanted him gone." Lily had no answer. School was impossible. Maya sat through classes, seeing nothing, hearing nothing. At lunch, Jessie pulled her aside. "I went deeper last night. Found military surplus forums. Someone posted about trained canines showing up in fighting rings. Dogs stolen from federal programs. Chips erased. Sold to the highest bidder." Maya's blood turned cold. Fighting rings? Like dog fighting? Worse. These aren't street operations. These are organized, connected, and they pay big money for dogs with combat training. "Raven's not aggressive. He's gentle. He saved my grandmother." "Because he chose to be. But look at him, Maya. Really look. He's a weapon that learned restraint. Someone trained him to protect. Someone else tried to make him kill." Maya found Raven in the backyard. He sat in the center of the lawn, perfectly still. She approached slowly, knelt beside him, ran her fingers through his fur, felt the scars, the evidence of violence, of betrayal. "What happened to you?" she whispered. Raven turned, rested his head against her shoulder. The gesture was so human, so deliberate, so heartbreaking. Her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. "Hello?" Silence, then breathing. Then a voice. Male. Cold. "You have something that belongs to us." Maya's heart stopped. "Who is this?" "Return the dog. 48 hours, or we come get him." "I called the federal number. I'm waiting for." "That number doesn't matter. We matter. 2 days. Don't make this difficult." The line went dead. Maya's hands shook so violently, she dropped the phone. Raven was on his feet instantly, pressed against her legs, scanning the yard, the fence line, the street beyond. She ran inside, found Jessie's number. He answered on the first ring. They called. They threatened me. 2 days or they take him. Who called? I don't know. But it wasn't federal. It was wrong. Everything about it was wrong. Jesse was quiet for a long moment. I'm coming over. Don't go anywhere. Don't answer the door unless you know who it is. He arrived 30 minutes later, brought his laptop, his equipment. We're recording everything from now on. Calls, visitors, everything. That evening, Lily made dinner. Nobody ate much. The house felt smaller, the shadows deeper. Raven refused to leave Maya's side. When she went to the bathroom, he waited outside the door. When she moved to her bedroom, he followed. At 9:47, someone knocked. Hard, insistent. 3 sharp raps. Raven's growl was immediate, deep, dangerous, the sound of a predator warning prey. Maya looked through the peephole. 3 men, tactical gear, no badges, no uniforms, just black clothing and hard faces. Federal canine retrieval. One called through the door. We're here for the dog. Open up. Maya's voice shook. Show me identification. Slide it under the door. We don't need identification. This is federal business. Then you have a warrant. Show me. The man's face darkened. Don't make this difficult, kid. We're authorized to retrieve stolen federal property. He's not stolen. I bought him legally. I have paperwork. Your paperwork doesn't matter. Open the door, now. Raven moved, positioned himself between Maya and the door. His stance shifted. Something primal and terrifying. His lips pulled back, teeth visible. Every muscle coiled. This wasn't a pet. This was a soldier ready for war. Jesse grabbed his phone, started recording, live streaming to his social media. If they're real federal agents, they'll wait for legal process. If they're not, we need evidence. The man outside tried the doorknob. Locked. He said something to the others. They moved out of peephole view. Then came the sound of footsteps, heavy boots, moving around the house, testing windows. Lily clutched Maya's arm. Call the police. Real police. Maya dialed 911. Someone's trying to break into our house. 3 men. They claim to be federal agents but won't show identification. The dispatcher's voice was calm. Units are on the way. Stay inside. Don't engage. The sirens were audible 4 minutes later. The footsteps stopped, retreated. By the time police arrived, the men were gone. The black SUV had vanished. Officer Ramirez took their statement, examined Jesse's video. His expression grew grim. Those aren't federal agents. No badges, no credentials, no protocol. Real agents don't force entry without warrants. And who are they? Maya asked. I don't know. But you need protection. I'm filing a report, requesting patrol increases in this neighborhood. He left 20 minutes later. The house felt hollow, exposed. Maya sat on the floor. Raven pressed against her. She buried her face in his fur. I won't let them take you, I promise. Whatever this is, we'll figure it out. Raven's tail moved once. Trust, complete and absolute. Outside, somewhere in the darkness, people were watching, waiting, planning. And Maya had less than 48 hours to discover the truth. Morning arrived with gray skies and Maya's phone buzzing. Jesse. His text contained a single link and 3 words. Found something huge. Maya clicked. A forum post, deep web, military contractor discussion board. The post was 2 weeks old. Someone asking about K9X series dogs. Responses were cryptic, careful, but one user wrote, K9X units were Nightfall program, all destroyed after the incident. If you see one alive, report immediately. They're not supposed to exist. Maya's hands went cold. Not supposed to exist. She called Jesse. He answered immediately. Those men last night weren't trying to retrieve federal property. They were trying to erase evidence. Evidence of what? I don't know yet. But I found something else. Remember that handler who died? Lieutenant Voss? Her personnel file was sealed. But I found her obituary. She had a daughter, Emily Voss, 23 years old, living in Riverside. Maya's mind raced. A daughter who might know what really happened. Exactly. I have an address. We should go. Today. 2 hours later, Maya stood outside a small apartment building. Jesse beside her. Raven at her heel. The directory listed E. Voss in Unit 2C. Maya pressed the buzzer. Static crackled. Then a voice. Female, cautious. Yes? My name is Maya Chen. I need to talk to you about your mother. About what happened 8 months ago. Please, it's important. Silence stretched. Then the door buzzed. Unlocked. The apartment was modest. Clean. Photos covered one wall. A woman in uniform appeared in most of them. Strong jaw, kind eyes. Lieutenant Sarah Voss. Emily Voss stood in the doorway. She looked exhausted, hollow, like someone who'd been grieving too long. Her gaze dropped to Raven. Her face went white. Where did you get that dog? Maya swallowed. County auction, $1. He was listed as a police reject. Emily's legs seemed to give out. She sat heavily on the couch, stared at Raven like he was a ghost. That's impossible. All of Nyx's pups were accounted for. 7 recovered, 1 declared dead. Declared, Maya said. Not confirmed. Emily's hands shook. What do you want from me? The truth. Men came to my house last night, tried to take him. They weren't federal agents. They were something else. And I think you know what happened. I think your mother knew something dangerous. Emily was silent for a long moment. When she spoke, her voice cracked. My mother died because she found out the truth. Because she wouldn't stay quiet. What truth? Emily stood, walked to a desk, retrieved a folder, handed it to Maya. This is everything she gathered before she died. Everything she risked her career to expose. Maya opened it. Inside were documents. Reports. Photos. The first page was a mission briefing. Operation Nightfall. Objective: eliminate domestic terror cell planning federal building attack. But someone had written in the margins. Red ink. Sarah Voss's handwriting. This wasn't terrorism. This was a cover-up. Emily continued. My mother was ordered to clear the federal building that day. They told her a credible threat existed. Bomb in the basement. She brought Nyx. They found the device. But something was wrong. Wrong how? The bomb was real, but the intelligence wasn't. Someone planted it. Someone who wanted an excuse to lock down that building, to seize files, hard drives, evidence. Jessie leaned forward. Evidence of what? Corruption. A task force investigating police misconduct. They were about to release findings. Massive corruption in the canine program. Dogs being stolen, sold, bred for illegal operations. My mother discovered the task force office was in that building. The bomb was meant to destroy their evidence. Maya's stomach twisted. So they set it up, made it look like terrorism. They killed your mother to silence her. Emily nodded. Tears streaked her face. She tried to report it, tried to go to federal investigators. That's when the second device detonated. They said it was bad luck, bad timing, but the blast was targeted. It killed her and destroyed the canine transport vehicle. 7 pups were recovered from the rubble, but one wasn't in the vehicle. One was already gone. Raven, Maya whispered. He was taken the night before. My mother documented it. Security footage. Someone accessed the canine facility at 2 in the morning, disabled alarms, removed 1 puppy. 8 hours later, the operation happened. My mother died, Nyx died, and the puppy was declared a casualty. Emily pulled out a photo. 8 puppies curled together. One had distinctive markings. Tan with a black mask, amber eyes. That's him. That's your dog. Maya looked at Raven. He stared back, understanding in his eyes. He'd always known, always remembered. Who took him? Jessie asked. Emily's voice dropped. A man named Marcus Garrett. He runs county auctions, livestock, equipment, dogs. But that's just the front. He's connected to underground fighting rings, high-stakes operations. They steal trained canines, break them, turn them into fighters, or executioners. Raven's not violent, Maya said. He's gentle, protective. Because he refused to break. Some dogs can't be turned, can't be corrupted. Those dogs get discarded, sold for scraps, left to die. Emily's jaw tightened. My mother spent 6 months investigating Garrett. She had evidence, recordings, financial records, everything to prove the canine theft operation. It was all in her office at the federal building, all destroyed in the blast. Jessie pulled out his phone, searched Marcus Garrett, found a website, County Surplus Auctions. Smiling face, clean image, nothing suspicious. He's still operating, Jessie said, still selling, like nothing happened. Emily nodded, because the people protecting him are powerful. Police, federal agents, politicians, they all profit. My mother was going to expose all of it, so they killed her, and they've been hunting for evidence ever since. Evidence like Raven, Maya said. Exactly. He's proof. Living proof that puppies were stolen from federal custody. If anyone examines him, tests his DNA against Nix's records, it unravels everything. Maya felt sick. The men who came to my house, they worked for Garrett, or whoever's above him. This goes higher than one auction organizer. My mother believed it reached state level, maybe federal. The room fell silent. Outside, traffic hummed. Life continued, normal and oblivious. Maya looked at Raven. He'd lived through hell, been stolen, discarded, declared dead, and somehow survived. Somehow found his way to her. What do we do? She asked. Emily met her eyes. You run, you disappear. You keep that dog alive, because if they get him, they'll erase him, and they'll erase you too. I can't run, I'm 17. I have a grandmother, a life. Then you fight, but understand what that means. My mother fought. She's dead. Maya's chest tightened. Fear flooded her veins, but beneath it, something else burned. Anger, determination. Your mother found evidence, Maya said slowly. Evidence that was destroyed. But she was smart. She wouldn't keep everything in one place. Emily's eyes widened. She had backups. She always had backups. Where? Safety deposit box. First National Bank. But I don't have access. It requires her key and a password. I never knew the password. Jesse's fingers flew across his phone. What was her badge number? Birthday? Anniversary? Emily shook her head. I tried everything. The box has been sitting locked for 8 months. Maya looked at Raven, at his intelligent eyes, at the tattoo inside his ear. K9X714. Try that, she said. K9X714. Emily grabbed her purse. Found a key. Small. Brass. We need to go. Now. Before someone realizes we're connecting the pieces. They drove in silence. First National Bank sat downtown. Imposing. Granite and glass. The safety deposit room was in the basement. Private. Secure. The attendant verified Emily's identity. Led them to a small room. Box 447. She inserted her key. Emily inserted hers. 2 turns. The lock clicked. Emily hesitated. If this is what I think it is, everything changes. Open it, Maya said. Emily lifted the lid. Inside, a thumb drive, a journal, and a photograph. The photo showed Nix, proud, strong, beside her handler, Sarah Voss. And at their feet, 8 tiny puppies. On the back, Sarah had written, For Emily, the truth will cost me everything, but some things are worth the price. Protect the innocent, always. Emily's hands trembled. She took the thumb drive. Let's see what she died for. They found a library. Used the public computer. Jesse plugged in the drive. Files appeared. Hundreds of them. Financial records, video footage, audio recordings, witness statements. Jesse opened the first video. It showed Marcus Garrett in a warehouse. Cages lined the walls. Inside, dogs, dozens of them. Trained, scarred, wearing shock collars. Garrett's voice was clear. These are premium stock, military rejects, police washouts. Trained to kill, 15,000 each, 20 for breeding pairs. The camera panned. In the corner, a puppy, tan and black, amber eyes, Raven. Maya's vision blurred. Rage burned through her chest. They did this. They stole him, tortured him, tried to break him. And your mother documented everything, Jesse said to Emily. This is enough. This ends Garrett, and everyone protecting him. But Emily's face was pale. If we release this, they'll come for us, all of us. They've killed to keep this buried. They'll kill again. Maya looked at Raven. He sat beside her, calm, trusting, waiting for her to decide. Then we make it public, Maya said. So big they can't silence it. We release everything, everywhere, all at once. Jesse grinned. I can do that. But once we start, there's no going back. Maya's hand found Raven's head, scratched behind his ears. We're already past that point. They came to my home, threatened my family. If we don't fight, we are just waiting to be victims. Emily nodded slowly. My mother would have done the same thing. She'd want this exposed. Then let's burn it all down, Maya said. And somewhere across the city, Marcus Garrett's phone was ringing. Someone was reporting a problem. A loose end. A girl who wouldn't disappear quietly. The war had begun. Jesse worked through the night. Maya watched files upload to encrypted servers. Cloud storage. Anonymous file-sharing sites. Backup after backup. By dawn, Sarah Voss's evidence existed in 47 different locations across the internet. "It's done," Jesse said. His eyes were bloodshot, exhausted. "I've scheduled automatic releases. If anything happens to us, everything goes public. Major news outlets, social media, law enforcement agencies, everyone gets it simultaneously." Emily sat in the corner. She'd been crying, but her jaw was set now, determined. My mother would be proud and terrified. Maya hadn't slept, couldn't sleep. Raven pressed against her legs. He hadn't left her side since they'd returned from the bank. Like he knew, like he understood what was coming. "How long before they realize?" Maya asked. "They already know," Jesse said quietly. "I've been monitoring chatter, dark web forums, encrypted channels. People are panicking. Garrett's name is being mentioned. So are others. Bigger names." "Who?" "Captain Pierce, Riverside County Police, Deputy Director Castellano, Federal Canine Oversight, and someone they just call the broker. No real name, no face, but he's mentioned 17 times in your mother's files," Jesse said, looking at Emily. Emily's face paled. "The broker was my mother's obsession. She believed he coordinated everything. The thefts, the sales, the cover-ups. She got close to identifying him. That's when the bombing happened." A sound outside. All three froze. Raven was on his feet instantly. Ears forward, muscles coiled. A low growl rumbled from his chest. Maya moved to the window, pulled the curtain back slightly. A van, white, unmarked, parked 2 houses down, engine running. No movement inside. "They're here," she whispered. Jesse grabbed his laptop. "We need to leave, now. My car's out back." They moved quickly. Maya grabbed Raven's leash. Emily took her mother's journal. Jesse stuffed equipment into his backpack. They headed for the kitchen, the back door. Glass shattered, front window exploding inward. Something metal hit the floor, rolled. Smoke billowed, thick, choking. "Gas," Jesse choked out. "They're flushing us out." Maya couldn't see, couldn't breathe. She felt Raven's body against her legs, guiding her, pushing her toward the back door. Emily grabbed her arm. They stumbled through the kitchen. The back door burst open. A man, tactical gear, gas mask. He reached for Maya. Raven launched. 70 pounds of trained fury. Jaws locked onto the man's arm. Not tearing. Controlling. Controlling, forcing him down. The man screamed, tried to shake Raven off. Raven held, immovable. "Go," Maya shouted to Jesse and Emily. "Get to the car." She grabbed Raven's collar, pulled. "Release, Raven, release." Raven let go immediately. The man clutched his arm, bleeding but not mangled. Raven's training was precise. Disable, don't kill. They ran. Jesse's car was 15 feet away. 10, 5. Another man appeared, blocked their path. Larger, armed. He raised a tranquilizer gun. Aimed at Raven. Raven's bark shattered the morning air. Not a normal bark, a weapon. The sound was so sharp, so loud. The man flinched, dropped the gun, covered his ears. Maya had read about this. Acoustic training. Military dogs taught to use sound as a weapon. Disorienting, painful. They reached the car, piled in. Jesse floored the accelerator. Tires screamed. The van behind them roared to life, gave chase. "They're following," Emily said. Her voice was shaking. Jesse took a hard right. Then a left, weaving through residential streets. The van stayed close, too close. "They're not trying to stop us," Jesse said. "They're hurting us." Maya looked ahead. The street ended in a T intersection. Left led to downtown. Right led to the industrial district. Warehouses, empty lots, isolated. "Go left," Maya said. "Stay where there are people." Jesse turned left. The van accelerated, rammed them from behind. The car lurched forward. Jesse fought for control. "They're not playing anymore," he gasped. Another intersection. Jesse ran the red light. Horns blared. The van followed, relentless. Maya's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered. "What?" A voice, calm, cold, male. "Stop running. You're only making this harder." "Who is this?" "Someone who's trying to save your life. Pull over. Hand over the dog. Walk away. This doesn't have to end badly. It already ended badly. When you killed Lieutenant Voss, when you stole Raven. When you built an empire on suffering. The voice hardened. You don't understand what you're interfering with. This is bigger than one dog, bigger than you. Then it should survive the truth. She hung up, threw the phone out the window. Jesse took another turn. The downtown plaza, Saturday morning, farmer's market. Hundreds of people, stalls, crowds, safety in numbers. He pulled into the parking lot. They jumped out. Raven stayed at Maya's side. The van screeched to a halt. But the men inside didn't emerge. Too many witnesses, too many phones ready to record. Maya, Jesse, and Emily disappeared into the crowd, moved quickly between stalls. Apples, flowers, handmade crafts, normal life, oblivious to the chase. They found a coffee shop, ducked inside. The owner was a woman in her 50s, kind face. She saw their expressions. You kids okay? We're fine, Maya lied. Just need a minute. They sat in the back corner. Raven lay under the table, alert. Watching the door, Jesse pulled out his phone, checked the encrypted channels. His face went gray. They've issued a statement, official channels, says we stole classified materials that were wanted for questioning in a federal investigation. They're flipping the narrative, Emily said, making us the criminals. Can they do that? Maya asked. They just did. We're now fugitives. Police are looking for us. Real police, not just Garrett's people. Maya's chest tightened. So we can't go to the police, can't go home, can't trust anyone. We still have the evidence, Jesse said. We just need to get it to the right person, someone who can't be bought, someone with enough power to act. Emily's eyes lit up. Officer Derek Hunt. He was my mother's partner. Before she made lieutenant. He tried to investigate after her death. Got shut down, threatened. But he's honest. If anyone will help, it's him. Where is he? Maya asked. North end of the county. He runs the program now. Jesse checked the time. It's 10 in the morning. He'll be there. But so will others. This could be a trap. Everything's a trap now, Maya said. But we're out of options. They left through the back exit, found a taxi, paid cash. The driver didn't ask questions. 30 minutes later, they arrived at the canine facility. Chain link fence, guard station. Beyond it, training fields, obstacle courses, buildings. The guard approached. Middle-aged, suspicious. This is a restricted facility. You need clearance. Emily stepped forward. I'm Emily Voss, Lieutenant Sarah Voss's daughter. I need to see Officer Hunt. It's urgent. The guard's expression shifted. Recognition, sympathy. He'd known Sarah. Wait here, he made a call. 5 minutes passed. Then a man emerged from the main building. Tall, gray hair, strong build, late 50s. His eyes found Emily first, softened, then moved to Raven and froze. He walked slowly toward them, like approaching a ghost. His voice was rough, emotional. That's Nix's pup. That's her boy. I'd know those eyes anywhere. Maya's throat tightened. You knew his mother? I trained her. Sarah and I worked together for 8 years. Nix was the best dog I ever saw. He knelt in front of Raven, extended his hand. Raven sniffed and pressed his head into Hunt's palm. You have her courage, her heart. Hunt stood, looked at Emily. What's happening? Why are you here? Emily handed him the journal. My mother's evidence, everything she gathered. They're trying to bury it, and us. Hunt opened the journal. His face hardened with each page. Dear God, she knew. She knew everything. And they killed her for it, Emily said. Now they're coming for us. We need help, protection. We need someone who'll fight. Hunt closed the journal, his jaw set. Sarah was my best friend. When she died, they told me to let it go, to move on. I tried. But I couldn't. He looked at Raven. And now her son shows up, Alarv, with proof of everything. He met Maya's eyes. You're in danger. Serious danger. But I can protect you, all of you. Come inside. We'll figure this out. Maya wanted to trust him, wanted to believe. But something in Raven's posture made her pause. His ears were back, body tense, not relaxed. He didn't trust Hunt, and Maya had learned to trust Raven's instincts above all else. Thank you, she said carefully. But we need to handle this ourselves. Hunt's expression didn't change, but something flickered in his eyes. Disappointment or calculation. You can't run forever. They have resources, reach. You're just kids. Kids who expose the truth, Jesse said. It's already out there, uploaded, backed up. If anything happens to us, it goes to every major outlet, automatically. Hunt's face hardened. You shouldn't have done that. You've made this so much worse. The air shifted. Maya felt it. Saw it in Hunt's stance, in the way his hand moved toward his radio. You're one of them, Emily whispered. Her voice broke. You're part of it. Hunt's expression was almost apologetic. Your mother was brilliant, but she didn't understand. This program funds itself. Canine units across the country rely on it. We save lives. We protect people. Sometimes that requires compromise. Compromise. Maya's voice shook with rage. You stole dogs, sold them, let them die. Washouts, rejects. Dogs that couldn't make it. We gave them purpose. We created funding. No taxpayer dollars wasted. It was efficient. It was evil, Emily said. Hunt reached for his radio. Raven moved faster, knocked Hunt's hand away, stood between him and Maya, growling. The sound of judgment. Hunt stumbled back. Guards were running toward them now. 3, 4, all armed. Run, Maya said. They ran. They sprinted toward the fence line. Behind them, shouts, radio chatter, boots pounding pavement. Raven ran beside Maya, his body low, efficient, a trained escape. The fence was 8 feet tall, chain link, topped with barbed wire. Jesse reached it first. We can't climb this. Raven didn't hesitate. He launched, cleared 6 feet in a single bound, caught the fence halfway up, climbed with his claws, pulled himself over the barbed wire, landed clean on the other side. How did he? Jesse stared. Obstacle training, Emily gasped. Military dogs learn vertical surfaces. Go, now. Maya climbed, her hands burned, the metal cut into her palms. Jesse pushed from below. She reached the top. The barbed wire tore her jacket, scraped her arm. She dropped to the other side, hit the ground hard. Pain shot through her ankle. Jesse came next, then Emily. Behind them, guards were 20 feet away, closing fast. They ran into the woods beyond the facility. Dense trees, undergrowth. Raven led. He moved like he'd done this before, like escape was muscle memory. Maya's lungs burned, her ankles screamed, but fear pushed her forward. A road appeared through the trees. 2 lanes, cracked asphalt. A truck approached. Old, rusty, farm vehicle. Maya stumbled into the road, waved her arms. The truck screeched to a halt. The driver was elderly, weathered face, suspicious eyes. What the hell are you kids doing out here? Please, Maya gasped. We need help. People are chasing us. Please. The old man looked past her, saw the guards emerging from the woods. Saw their weapons. His expression hardened. Get in the back, now. They scrambled into the truck bed. It smelled of hay and fertilizer. The old man accelerated. The guards shouted. One raised his weapon, but they were already moving. Distance growing. Maya collapsed against the metal side. Jesse was shaking. Emily was crying. Raven pressed against Maya. Warm, solid, alive. Where's he taking us? Jesse asked. Does it matter? Maya's voice. E was hollow. We can't go back, can't go home. Hunt will have people at our houses, our schools, everywhere. Emily wiped her eyes. We need to go public, real public, not just uploads. We need cameras, reporters, protection through exposure. Jesse pulled out his phone. Battery at 12%. I can contact media, but we need proof beyond files. We need Raven. We need to show them what they did. Show them how, Maya asked. His scars, his chip, DNA test proving he's Nix's son. It makes the story real, human. The truck stopped 20 minutes later. Small town, gas station, diner. The old man turned. This is as far as I go. You kids in real trouble? Yes, sir, Maya said quietly. He nodded, reached into his wallet, pulled out $40. Take it, get food, make your calls, and whatever you did to piss off men with guns, I hope it was worth it. It was, Emily said. Thank you. They climbed out. The truck drove away. The town felt frozen in time. A dozen buildings, maybe 200 people, but it had what they needed, distance, and a payphone outside the diner. Jesse made calls, one to a reporter he followed online, investigative journalist, reputation for exposing corruption. The conversation lasted 3 minutes. Jessie hung up. She's interested, but she needs more than uploaded files. She needs us on camera, today. Where? Maya asked. Riverside Plaza, downtown, 5 o'clock. She'll bring a crew. We tell everything. Show Raven. Make it impossible to ignore. Maya checked the time, 2:15, less than 3 hours. That's where we were this morning. They'll expect us to return. Which is why it might work, Emily said. They'll assume we're smarter than that we'll hide, run farther. Jessie nodded. Reverse psychology. Plus, it's public. Saturday evening, hundreds of people. They can't disappear us in front of cameras. Maya looked at Raven. His amber eyes met hers, steady, trusting. What do you think, boy? One more fight? Raven's tail moved once. Affirmative. They ate at the diner. Burgers, fries. Food tasted like cardboard, but they needed energy. The waitress was friendly, didn't ask questions. Small town courtesy. Mind your business. Jessie's phone died. Emily's was gone, left behind in the chaos. Maya still had hers, turned off to avoid tracking. She powered it on briefly. 7 missed calls, all unknown numbers. 3 voicemails. She played the first. Officer Hunt's voice. Calm, reasonable. Maya, you're making a mistake. We can protect you. Come back. Let's talk. Second voicemail. Different voice. The cold one from earlier. You have until tonight, midnight. Return the dog. Disappear quietly, or everyone you love becomes a target. Third voicemail. Her grandmother. Lily's voice was shaking, terrified. Maya, sweetheart, there are men here. They say you're in trouble. They say you stole something. Please call me. Please come home. I'm scared. Maya's hand trembled. She powered off the phone. They're at my house, using my grandmother as bait. We can't go there, Jessie said firmly. That's what they want. I know. Tears burned Maya's eyes. But if anything happens to her, nothing will happen, Emily interrupted. Not if we expose this. Once it's public, they can't touch her. Can't touch any of us. We're too visible. Maya wanted to believe it. Needed to believe it. They left the diner at 4. Caught a bus heading downtown. It was crowded. Weekend shoppers, families, normal people living normal lives. Maya envied them. Their ignorance, their safety. Raven sat at her feet. Several passengers stared, whispered. A dog this size didn't belong on a bus. But the driver said nothing. Maybe he sensed something. Maybe he just didn't care. Downtown Riverside appeared through the window. Tall buildings, busy streets. The plaza was visible. Open space, fountain, benches. Already filling with evening crowds. They got off 2 blocks away, walked slowly, scanning for threats. Unmarked vans, men in tactical gear, police vehicles. Jessie spotted her first, the reporter, standing near the fountain. Camera crew beside her. Professional, official. She was mid-40s, sharp suit, sharper eyes. Her gaze locked on them immediately. They approached. Raven stayed close to Maya. The reporter extended her hand. I'm Catherine Morris. You must be Maya. And this must be the dog everyone's looking for. His name is Raven, Maya said. Catherine knelt, examined Raven with a journalist's eye. The scars, the build, the intelligence. He's magnificent, and he's the proof, isn't he? The smoking gun. He's a survivor, Maya corrected, and a victim. Catherine stood. We're live in 5 minutes. I need you to tell me everything, start to finish. Don't leave anything out. Can you do that? Maya nodded. Her throat was dry, her heart. Art hammered. The cameraman positioned them. Fountain in the background. Golden hour light. Catherine faced the camera. Professional. Commanding. This is Catherine Morris reporting live from Riverside Plaza. I'm here with 3 individuals who claim to have evidence of widespread corruption in federal and local canine programs. Evidence that includes theft, illegal sales, and motor. She turned to Maya. Tell us what you found. Maya's voice shook at first, then steadied. She told it all. The auction, the microchip, Sarah Voss's investigation, the bombing, the stolen puppy, Garrett's operation, Hunt's betrayal. Every detail, every name. Emily spoke next. About her mother, about the evidence, about the price of truth. Jessie showed his phone. The uploaded files, the backups, the automatic releases. It's all documented. Financial records, video footage, witness statements. We're not making this up. Catherine was riveting. She asked hard questions, pressed for details, made it compelling, made it real. Then she focused on Raven. And This dog is the proof? The connection? Maya nodded. He's Lieutenant Voss's canine son. His DNA will prove it. His microchip is classified federal, and his scars tell the story of what they did to him. Catherine gestured to the cameraman, close up on Raven, on the scars tracing his body, on the tattoo in his ear, on his amber eyes that held too much knowledge. This is what corruption looks like, Catherine said to the camera. This is the cost of silence. A hero's child, stolen, tortured, discarded, and 3 brave individuals risking everything to expose the truth. The interview lasted 18 minutes. By the end, a crowd had gathered. 50 people, then 100. Phones recording, sharing, streaming. Catherine turned off the camera. That'll be national by 7, international by 9. You just became untouchable. Maya felt dizzy, relief, terror, exhaustion. Then she heard it. A voice cutting through the crowd. That's them. That's the girl and the dog. Officer Hunt pushed through. 6 men with him. Not in uniform, but armed. Their faces were hard, desperate. Step away from them, Hunt ordered Catherine. These individuals are wanted for questioning in a federal investigation. Catherine didn't move. I'm a journalist. This is a legal interview. You have no authority here. I have every authority. Hunt reached for Maya. Raven moved, positioned himself between Hunt and Maya. His growl was low, dangerous, a final warning. The crowd pressed closer, phones recording, capturing everything. Hunt hesitated. Too many witnesses, too many cameras. This isn't over, he said. You've just signed your own warrants. No, Catherine said. They just signed yours. This footage is already uploaded. Your face, your threats, your guilt. It's over, Officer Hunt. You just confessed on camera. Hunt's face went pale. He looked at his men, at the crowd, at the 100 recording phones. Reality crashed down. He'd lost. They'd all lost. He turned, walked away. His men followed, disappearing into the city that would soon know every detail of their crimes. Maya's legs gave out. She sat on the fountain edge. Raven pressed against her. Jesse and Emily collapsed beside her. Is it really over? Maya whispered. Catherine smiled. The hard part is, now comes the justice. And trust me, with this much evidence and this much exposure, justice is inevitable. Sirens approached. Real police this time, but not threats. Protection. Catherine had called them. Legitimate authorities. People who couldn't be bought. Maya looked at Raven, buried her face in his fur. We did it. You're safe now. Finally safe. Raven's tail wagged, slow, tired, but genuine. Above them, the sky turned orange and gold. The city breathed. And for the first time in 8 months, truth had won. The police station conference room smelled of burnt coffee and stress. Maya sat across from Detective Patricia Reeves, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Serious face, kind eyes. She'd arrived within hours of the broadcast. Beside Maya, Raven rested his head on her lap, exhausted, but present. Always present. Detective Reeves placed a folder on the table. We've reviewed everything. The uploads, the interview, your testimony. And I need you to understand something. What you uncovered is bigger than Riverside County. This operation spans 7 states, dozens of agencies. We've been investigating for 2 years. You just handed us everything we needed. What happens now? Maya's voice was hoarse. Arrests. Lots of them. Officer Hunt is already in custody. Marcus Garrett was picked up an hour ago. We're identifying everyone involved. But there's one piece we still need. Reeves looked at Raven. Him. We need to verify his identity. Run DNA tests. Confirm he's Nix's offspring. It makes. Guess the case airtight. Maya's hand tightened on Raven's fur. How long would that take? 72 hours. We'd keep him in a federal facility, protected, well cared for. Then he'd be returned to you. No. The word came out harder than Maya intended. He doesn't leave my side. He's been through enough. Reeves softened. I understand, but his DNA is evidence, critical evidence. Without it, defense attorneys will argue he's just a random dog. They'll claim the whole story is fabricated. Emily leaned forward. Can you do the test here? Mobile lab. Something that doesn't separate them. Reeves considered. Let me make some calls. She left the room. Maya looked at Raven. His amber eyes were tired, haunted. I won't let them take you. I promise. 20 minutes later, Reeves returned. We can do it here. Mobile forensics unit is en route. They'll take a DNA sample, compare it against Nix's records. Results in 48 hours instead of 72. Relief flooded Maya's chest. Thank you. The forensics team arrived at 9. Professional, efficient. They swabbed the inside of Raven's mouth, drew blood, scanned his microchip again. The lead technician was a woman in her 30s. She examined Raven's scars with gentle hands. These are surgical, she said quietly. Professional medical work, but also trauma wounds, bite marks, burns. Whoever had him tried to break him. She met Maya's eyes. You saved his life. You know that, right? Maya's throat tightened. He saved mine first. The woman smiled. That's what the good ones do. They finished at 10. Reeves walked Maya to a temporary safe house. Small apartment, federal protection. Jesse and Emily were already there. Grandmother Lily, too. She'd been picked up from Maya's house. Protected. Kept safe. Lily wrapped Maya in her arms. I thought I'd lost you. I'm okay, Grandma. We're all okay. Lily pulled back, looked at Raven. This dog, he's special, isn't he? More than you know. That night, they slept in shifts. Federal agents outside. Protection detail. But Maya couldn't fully relax. Too much adrenaline. Too many close calls. Raven stayed pressed against her side. His warmth was the only thing keeping her grounded. Morning brought news. Catherine Morris's broadcast had gone viral. 40 million views. Every major outlet covering it. Federal investigations announced publicly. Riverside County Police Department under review. 3 officers suspended. 7 more under investigation. Marcus Garrett's operation was raided. 17 dogs recovered. Most were traumatized, scarred, but alive. Rehabilitation centers were already taking them in. Officer Hunt was cooperating, trading names for a reduced sentence. The broker's identity was still unknown, but Hunt claimed he could lead them to him. Gay 2 brought more arrests. Captain Pierce, Riverside County Police, Deputy Director Castellano, Federal Canine Oversight, both taken into custody, both facing federal charges. Emily watched the news with hollow eyes. My mother died trying to expose this, and it took 8 months and a 17-year-old girl to finish what she started. Your mother built the foundation, Maya said. We just laid the final brick. She'd be grateful, and so am I. Day 3 brought the DNA results. Detective Reeves arrived at noon. Her expression was unreadable. She sat across from Maya, placed a document on the table. The tests are conclusive. Raven is Nix's biological offspring. Probability, 99.7%. His microchip matches federal records. Date of birth matches. Everything matches. She paused. He's a federal canine, property of the United States government, technically. Maya's blood turned cold. Technically? Which brings us to the complicated part. Legally, Raven should be returned to the canine program, retrained, reassigned. He's young, healthy, incredibly skilled. He could serve for years, save lives, continue his mother's legacy. Maya's voice shook. You can't take him, after everything. Reeves raised a hand. I'm not finished. Legally, that's the case, but there are exceptions. Military working dogs can be retired for medical or psychological reasons, and given Raven's trauma. His history, the abuse he suffered, a strong case can be made that returning him to active duty would be cruel. Hope flickered in Maya's chest. So he can stay with me? If you want him, if you're willing to take on the responsibility. He's not a normal dog. He never will be. He has training, instincts, behaviors that could be dangerous in the wrong situation. I know what he is. I know what he's been through, and I want him. He's family. Reeves smiled. I was hoping you'd say that. She slid a document across the table. This is a retirement certificate. Sign it. He's yours, legally, permanently, with full, all veteran benefits. Medical care, training support if needed. Everything. Maya's hands trembled as she signed. Her name, the date, official seal. When she finished, Reeves handed her a second document. Raven's official records, birth certificate, training history, medical files, and at the bottom, a photo. Nix, standing proud beside Lieutenant Sarah Voss, and at their feet, 8 tiny puppies, one with distinctive amber eyes. That's his mother, Reeves said, and his family. You should have it, so he knows where he came from. Tears blurred Maya's vision. Thank you. Don't thank me. Thank yourself. You risked everything for the truth. For him. That takes courage most adults don't have. Reeves stood, extended her hand. Maya shook it. One more thing. We found the broker. Hunt gave him up. State Senator Richard Halloway. He's been arrested, charged with racketeering, conspiracy, accessory to murder. The whole operation is dismantled. because of you. Maya felt dizzy. It's really over? The criminal part is. Now comes healing. For all of you. Reeves left. Maya sat in silence. Raven watched her. Those intelligent amber eyes, seeing everything, understanding everything. You're officially mine now, Maya whispered. No one can take you away. Ever. Raven's tail wagged. Slow, content, safe. That evening, there was a knock on the door. Federal agent checked the visitor, cleared them. A woman entered, late 50s, silver hair, uniform. Military. My name is Colonel Andrea Shaw, she said. I commanded the canine unit where Nick served. I came to meet the girl who saved her son. Maya stood. I didn't do anything special. You did everything. You saw value where others saw trash. You fought when you could have run. You exposed evil when silence would have been safer. Shaw's voice broke slightly. Nix was the finest dog I ever trained. Losing her broke something in all of us. But knowing her son survived, that he found someone worthy of him, it heals a wound I thought would never close. Shaw knelt before Raven, looked into his eyes. You have your mother's courage, her heart. She'd be so proud. She reached into her bag, pulled out a medal, gold, engraved. This was Nix's, the Medal of Valor, awarded posthumously for saving 200 lives. I want you to have it. For Raven, so he knows his mother was a hero. She placed it in Maya's hands. The weight was substantial. The inscription read, Canine Nix, Medal of Valor, Courage, Sacrifice, Honor. Maya's tears fell freely now. Thank you. We'll treasure it. Shaw stood, saluted Raven. Military precision, respect. Rest well, soldier. You've earned it. She left. Maya attached the medal to Raven's collar. It gleamed against his dark fur. A reminder, a legacy. Jesse appeared in the doorway. There's something you need to see, online. Maya followed him to the laptop, a fundraiser page, started by Catherine Morris. Title, Support Maya and Raven, Heroes Who Exposed Corruption. The goal was $10,000, for legal fees, living expenses, college fund. The current amount was $473,000. Maya stared. That's not real. It's real, Jesse said. People are donating, hundreds every minute, sharing your story, calling you a hero. I'm not a hero. I just did what was right. Emily smiled. That's exactly what makes you one. Maya looked at Raven, at his scars, his strength, his unbreakable spirit. We did it together, all of us. That night, Maya sat on the apartment balcony, city lights stretched below. Raven rested beside her, his head on her lap, peaceful, finally peaceful. Your mom saved 200 people, Maya whispered, and you saved me. Guess heroism runs in the family. Raven's eyes closed, content, home. And for the first time since her parents died, Sid's Pepper was lost, since the world proved it could take everything. Maya felt whole, not healed, not yet, but whole. The scars would remain, for both of them. But scars were proof of survival, of battles fought and won, and this battle, this impossible, terrifying, beautiful battle was finally over. 3 months passed like a dream slowly becoming real. Maya woke each morning to Raven's presence, his steady breathing, his warmth pressed against her side. The nightmares came less frequently now. For both of them, the fundraiser closed at $612,000, enough for college, enough for a future, enough to breed without constant fear of bills and survival. Grandmother Lily's health improved. The stress had taken its toll, but safety brought healing. She baked again, hummed old songs, smiled at Raven like he was a miracle, which he was. Maya returned to school, senior year, but everything was different now. Students who'd ignored her for 3 years suddenly wanted to talk, wanted to, hear the story, wanted to be close to something extraordinary. She didn't let it change her. Jessie remained her best friend. Emily visited twice a week. They'd formed a bond deeper than friendship. Survivors, warriors, family. Raven adapted to civilian life with surprising ease. He still tracked movements, still positioned himself between Maya and potential threats, still woke 30 seconds before her alarm. But he also learned to play, to run without purpose, to simply exist without constant vigilance. Children loved him. He was gentle with them, patient, let them climb on him and pull his ears. Maya took him to schools, hospitals, anywhere people needed hope in four-legged form. The trials began in February. Marcus Garrett, Officer Hunt, Captain Pierce, Deputy Director Castellano, Senator Holloway, all charged, all facing decades in prison. Catherine Morris covered every moment. The evidence was overwhelming. Sarah Voss's files, Jesse's uploads, Maya's testimony, and Raven himself, living proof of their crimes. One by one, they fell. Guilty verdicts, sentencing. Justice served cold and absolute. Emily testified about her mother, about the hero who died seeking truth. The courtroom wept. Even the judge's eyes glistened. In March, the Riverside Police Department issued a formal apology, created the Sarah Voss Memorial Fund, scholarships for children of fallen officers, reform in canine programs, oversight, accountability, change purchased with blood and courage. April brought an invitation. The mayor's office, a ceremony. Maya tried to decline. She didn't want recognition, didn't want crowds and cameras. But Emily convinced her, my mother deserves to be honored, and so do you. Let people see what courage looks like. The ceremony was held in Riverside Plaza, the same place where Maya had given her interview. But now a stage stood where the fountain had been, chairs for 300 people, media cameras, official seals. Maya wore a simple dress. Raven wore a new collar, black leather, Nitz's Medal of Valor attached. He looked dignified, powerful, exactly what he was. The mayor spoke first, about corruption, about redemption, about 3 individuals who'd risked everything for justice. His words were polished, political, but sincere enough. Then, Colonel Shaw took the stage, in full uniform. She carried a large frame, covered with cloth. 8 months ago, we lost a hero, K9 Nitz. She saved 200 federal employees, gave her life protecting her handler. Today, we honor her memory and her legacy. She pulled the cloth away, a portrait. Nix in full tactical gear, powerful, alert, beautiful. Below it, a plaque, K9 Nix, Medal of Valor recipient, mother, hero, never forgotten. The crowd applauded. Shaw continued, but Nix's story doesn't end with her death, because her son survived. Against impossible odds, against evil men who wanted him erased. He survived because a 17-year-old girl saw value where others saw garbage, saw family where others saw merchandise. Shaw gestured to Maya. Maya Chen, please join me. Maya's legs felt unsteady. Raven walked beside her. His presence gave her strength. They climbed the stage together. Shaw handed Maya an envelope. Inside is Raven's official military retirement certificate. And something else, a letter from Lieutenant Sarah Voss, written 2 weeks before her death, addressed to whoever found her son. Maya's hands trembled. She opened the envelope. Inside, aged paper, folded carefully. She unfolded it. Sarah Voss's handwriting, neat, purposeful. The letter read, to whoever finds my Nix's puppy. If you're reading this, I'm likely gone, and he's likely in danger. The people I'm investigating will try to erase him. Use him, destroy him. But if he's found someone who sees his worth, who protects him, who loves him, then maybe something good survived the darkness. Take care of him. He carries his mother's courage, her loyalty, her heart. He deserves peace. He deserves love. He deserves everything I couldn't give him. Thank you for being the hero he needed. Sarah Voss. Maya couldn't speak. Tears streamed down her face. The crowd was silent. Even the cameras seemed to pause. Shaw's voice was gentle. You fulfilled her final wish. You became the hero Raven needed. Maya found her voice. Barely. I'm not a hero. I just loved him. That's all. That's everything, Shaw said. The ceremony continued. Awards presented. Speeches given. But Maya heard none of it. She sat in her chair, Raven's head in her lap, Sarah's letter clutched in her hand. Connection across death. Mother to guardian. Hero to hero. When the ceremony ended, people approached. Strangers, veterans, police officers, all wanting to meet Raven, to thank Maya, to touch something pure in a complicated world. One man stood apart. Older, military, yore-bearing, scarred hands. He waited until the crowd thinned, then approached. Miss Chen, I'm Sergeant First Class Marcus Webb. I served with Lieutenant Voss. I was there the day Nix died. Maya's breath caught. You were there? I helped evacuate the puppies. Nix was still alive when I carried them out. Barely, but she was. She looked at me, and I swear she was counting, making sure all 8 were safe. His voice broke. I counted 8. I swear I did. But later, they said one was missing. I thought I'd failed her, that I'd miscounted, that a puppy died because of my mistake. Tears rolled down his weathered face. But he didn't die. He survived. And you found him. You gave him the life Nix wanted for him. You freed me from 3 years of guilt. Thank you. He knelt before Raven, extended his hand. Raven sniffed, then pressed his head into Webb's palm. Forgiveness. Understanding. Peace. Webb stood, saluted, walked away. A soldier's burden finally lifted. Emily found Maya afterward, hugged her tight. My mother's watching, I know she is, and she's so grateful. I'm the grateful one, Maya whispered. Raven saved me first, before any of this. When I was drowning, he gave me purpose. That's what the best ones do, give us reasons to keep fighting. The sun was setting when they finally left. Golden light painted the plaza. The portrait of Nix was being installed permanently. A memorial, a reminder. Maya walked home slowly. Raven beside her, Jessie and Emily flanking them, grandmother Lily waiting at home with dinner. Family. Real. Chosen. Unbreakable. That night, Maya sat in her room, Raven on the bed beside her. She'd framed 3 photos. The first, her parents and childhood dog Pepper. The second, Nix with Lieutenant Sarah Voss and 8 puppies. The third, Maya and Raven at the ceremony. Past, present, future. All connected, all meaningful. She placed them on her dresser, side by side. You come from heroes, she told Raven, and you became one, just like your mom. Raven's tail wagged. His amber eyes reflected the lamplight. Peaceful, content, home. Maya's phone buzzed. A message from Catherine Morris. Your story's been kicked up by a major publisher. They want to do a book. Your choice entirely, but I think the world needs to hear it. All of it. Maya looked at Raven. What do you think? Should we tell them? Raven rested his head on her leg. Permission. Trust. She typed her response. Yes, let's tell them. Every word. Outside, the city breathed. Stars appeared in the darkening sky. Somewhere, other dogs needed saving. Other truths needed exposing. Other heroes waited to be discovered. But tonight, in this moment, Maya Chen and Raven were exactly where they belonged. Together, safe, whole. The scars remained, physical and emotional, evidence of battles fought, but they no longer defined them. They were simply part of the story, the middle chapters, not the ending, because the ending was this: a girl and a dog, chosen family, unbreakable bond, love purchased for $1 and worth more than kingdoms. Maya whispered into Raven's fur. I'd pay that dollar again, every single time. You're worth everything. Raven's tail thumped against the mattress. Once, twice. Agreement, gratitude, love. And in the photograph on the dresser, Nix seemed to smile. Her legacy alive, her son safe, her sacrifice honored. Heroes come in many forms. Some wear badges, some carry weapons. Some have 4 legs and amber eyes that see straight into broken souls and choose to stay anyway. Maya turned off the light. Darkness settled, but it wasn't frightening anymore. Because Raven was there. Guardian, protector, friend. And tomorrow would bring new adventures, college applications, book meetings, life continuing forward instead of staying frozen in grief. But tonight was for rest, for gratitude, for recognizing that sometimes the most important rescues happen when we're not even looking. When a scared girl and a discarded dog find each other in the chaos and decide that together is better than alone. The city slept, the stars watched, and in a small room in Riverside, a hero rested beside the girl who'd saved him. Or maybe she was the one who'd been saved. Maybe they'd saved each other. And maybe that was the whole point all along. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment below telling us what Raven means to you. Because stories like this remind us that courage doesn't roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day, saying, I'll try again tomorrow. And sometimes courage has 4 paws and refuses to give up on the people it loves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And thank you for remembering that every life has value. Even the ones society throws away, especially those ones